This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, this is Barry Bostwick. Talk about nerds. I played a very famous nerd named Brad Majors in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and you're listening to Nerd Corp, and it's a podcast. And please, keep listening.
This is NCP News. All news, all the time. Well, only for this episode. We're not sure. This is a test run. We'll see how it goes. Join us as we report the latest in the nerd universe.
Welcome to the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It is Tuesday, not Monday, but it is podcast day. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 7, NCP News, where we are just going to talk about all the nerd news that we've compiled over the last couple weeks and just kind of talk about cool stuff. So since we are doing news all this week, we're going to switch it up and talk about some shit. What games are we all excited to see in the near future?
Based on what I've been reading, like the dynamics for Red Dead Redemption 2, I just get more and more excited.
Same.
Yeah.
Weapon degradation, and we all are having to be excited about the horse balls physics. Come on.
Oh, yeah. No, I was watching a YouTube video from IGN, and they were talking about that instead of having like a wheel where you select your things when you go into the general store, there's an actual catalog.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, if you wanted a weapon, you'd, like, open the catalog and just select the weapon you wanted out of this, like...
old-timey magazine.
Yeah, degraded-looking magazine. And, like, you watch... What's the character's name?
Arthur Morgan.
Yeah. You watch Arthur's hands.
And they're all, like, dirty and gross and, like, stuff underneath the fingernails. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of... did either of you guys ever play L.A. Noire?
Yeah.
When you're looking through books and his hand's going down and you find the name and he like taps on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's the kind of shit that I'm like freaking out about. Like,
you know, Red Dead's like one of those games where I have to not look at shit. You know, which is so hard today, you know, when everything's like breaking, you know, and you constantly see it. But Red Dead, like any Rockstar game, anything Rockstar at all, I have to take a step back and like kind of go on media blackout because I get too hyped. I have to like lower my expectations because I know I'll get disappointed if it gets too high. But God, every time I hear something about Red Dead, it just keeps going.
They're announcing things in that like I wouldn't have even thought to like put into like the first Red Dead, you know, like the one that they had, or even.
Well, what makes me excited is that what you're saying about the weapon wheel, like when you're in combat, the weapon wheel is no longer a thing. Yeah. I think you carry 2 pistols, you can carry a rifle and a shotgun, and the rest of it has to be carried on your horse.
That's badass.
You know, so like you have, I don't know if they're going to do like hotkey type deal, like where you press a button and it goes to the next one. Mm-hmm. I know it's really kind of archaic, but I really like the weapon wheel in GTA 4 where you kind of just like scroll through all the, you know, and that's the way it was in all Grand Theft Auto games. Yeah. But I'm and then like after you're in a shootout and you get that final kill, the final kill's like a slow-mo. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's like, and then they came out that you can play the entire game in first-person mode. Like, there's so many things that they're thinking of with this game, and it's awesome.
Yeah, totally going to be worth the 100 gig install.
Oh yeah,
105. Dude.
I will delete everything.
Everything.
Every single thing.
I am excited for Fallout 76. Fallout 76.
We all know you're excited for the Fallout game.
Yeah. You fucking Mark.
So what's in the news that you like about this? By the way, they haven't. What I think is funny, and I want to hear more. I don't, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but you know...
Yes, you do, you bastard.
Bethesda was so gung-ho and was slinging so much shit at Sony about crossplay. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, Sony's like, here you go. And, you know, obviously crossplay was something we're going to talk about. But they didn't just pass the ball. They chest throw it. Like, balls in your court. Yeah. And like, all this shit's coming out now that, like, Bethesda's not even planning on doing crossplay. So it's like, what the hell, Bethesda? Yeah. If you're gonna sling shit, then make sure your own is covered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, I mean, I'm thankful for them because we got it. But I mean, because it's an all new game. It's an all new Fallout. Like, it's not
new area, new weapons, new story.
Not only that, but it's like the mechanics are going to be different now because it's going to be online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole game is online.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that you don't have to be an online player. You know what I mean?
You can play it by yourself.
I was also worried about like griefing and all of that, but I'm glad that they kind of put some rules and stipulations on it so that
they turn it into a gameplay mechanic.
People can't just come over and fuck your shit up for no reason.
Yeah, like if you get hit, like if you get hit by somebody and you're not trying to play online, first
if you ignore it, then it won't do nothing.
Yeah, like if you ignore it, one, you take very minimal damage, and two, whoever kills you doesn't get shit.
Yep.
Not only that, they lose shit. So, I mean, I am super excited for that because, I mean, that just brings on it just brings on a whole new dynamic. It's something that me and a buddy of mine, whenever we would play Fallout, we would just play Fallout like when Fallout 4 came out, we just played Fallout together in a party chat.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, where are you at? And I'd be like, oh, I'm over here. Where are you at? I was like, oh, I'm in the same spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, like we were like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we could just play together and fucking waste everyone in the wasteland?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this new Fallout comes out, and that's exactly what it is.
I'm excited to hear your opinion about it because I'm not really sold on it.
Yeah,
I'm not, and it's not because I don't think the game can't be good. Mm-hmm. I just think that Fallout 4 really kind of burned me because I didn't feel like there was a lot of depth to their mission, like structure.
Oh.
I don't know, like, I gotta go back and play that game, and I keep putting it off, but...
You really should.
I don't know what it was about it. It just kind of seemed, like, boring. Which I know, and you're giving me the stank eye right now, but...
You're out of your fucking mind.
I thought that game was boring.
You're out of your
I really did. Like, I loved the...
You're out of your fucking element.
I loved the implementation of, like, more, like... streamlined gunplay. I loved that. And dude, my favorite thing that I did in Fallout 4 was crafting guns.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Naming them and shit. Mm-hmm. I was so weird about that. I'd like go online and like, that's a cool name for a gun. So I'd put it on there, and I don't know. That's one of those games I want to return to.
I thought that, I mean, obviously when Fallout 4 first came out, it was huge, but I thought that, like, the settlement building was going to be a lot bigger than it was.
Yeah.
It was at first, like, you saw videos online of people, like, building these fucking ridiculous, like, settlements.
Yeah.
And then it just stopped.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be bigger than that.
Yeah, and that's another thing is building a settlement in Fallout 76 is going to be wild because because you're going to have these settlements that people can actually come to and either be a part of or try to destroy.
Yeah,
and I love that competitive element.
Yeah. I have always wondered like what it would be like playing while I'm playing like any of the Fallouts. Actually, is like I wonder how this would turn out if like these raiders were like actual people coming in to destroy
with like actual skill
to like loot my shit, you know, and like it's gonna happen in what, November is when it's coming out?
Yeah, November.
So are you signed up for the beta?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I will save my judgment till the beta.
And that's another thing is you can carry all your information from the beta into the real game. Wow. So you have a leg up.
We'll have to get in on this, and we can play it and talk about it like when it comes before it comes out.
Cool. Yeah, well, we'll have to build a settlement and call it Nerdcorpia or something.
Nerdcorpistan. I feel like that is an extremely compelling idea in this game.
It really
is to create a settlement and like have it live. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like that's going to be really, really cool.
You know what I mean?
If it's implemented well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that would be cool. Like, because I have all these ideas swirling in my head about my settlement already. Like I'm gonna find somebody that lives on the other side of the world, so that when I'm asleep, they can guard the settlement. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like while they're asleep, I'll guard the settlement and collect resources and shit.
Yeah.
This game is gonna be so fucking good. I've already pre-ordered the not the Power Armor edition,
Tricentennial.
the Tricentennial edition. Yeah.
I'm just gonna get the base game, but like I said, I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I actually play the beta. Granted, it's probably gonna be buggy because that's what a beta is, but I can at least get a feel for how things are gonna play out. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Derek?
I mean, I'm all about Red Dead. I'm definitely super, super excited about the Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that's going to be way fun. I'm stoked to be a Spartan and fuck some shit up.
Yeah. I've always wanted to be like, oh dude, how cool would this be if, they threw you in the Animus and you were in Spartan times.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool. I wanted to, what was it? For Honor has Spartans, doesn't it?
No.
No?
No.
I'm trying to remember what game.
Oh, Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah.
The old Deadliest Warrior game.
Dude. And
that game was awesome.
It was so cool.
It was a fun game.
That game was so cool, and it just didn't get the hype that it deserved.
Game itself was narrated by the dude from 300.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Okay.
The show was too. Like the guy with the patch over his eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing was narrated by him.
Huh.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on. Mega Man 11 is coming out on Tuesday.
You're a big Mega Man mark.
I'm so excited.
I played I think, what was it, the demo on the Switch, and I didn't think it was going to look that good.
Yeah, the funny thing is a lot of people were shitting on that. Like, they hated the art style. They hated it. 2.5D.
That's more what, draws me into it.
Yeah. I like the look of it. I'm such a crazy Mega Man fan that I really don't even care.
It's just another Mega Man game. Just give it to me.
And it's it's only $30 for the base game. I got the Amiibo edition, so it comes with a bunch of little goodies, so I'm excited about it. I'm actually really excited because I paid for 2 more copies to give to my little brothers. Because they're huge into Mega Man right now. So
that's cool.
I'm excited for that. Obviously, I'm crazy excited for Red Dead. I am more and more leaning towards calling in sick that day. Just because
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Are you doing it well?
Yes.
Good to hear.
Represent Queens. He was raised out in Brooklyn.
Also, that comes out on the same day as Red Dead is My Hero. My Hero's One Justice.
Right.
My Hero, One Justice.
One's Justice.
Yeah, One's Justice, which is it's like a 3D fighting game set in the universe of My Hero Academia.
I saw some gameplay for that, and that game is wild, dude.
Have you seen the finishers and stuff?
Yeah, I've seen some of the finishers, dude. They are amazing.
So cool.
Well, because I just watched that one video with Eddie.
Yeah, where it was Deku versus Todoroki.
Yeah.
And I love that when he did the smash quirk, or the smash finisher, his arm was broken.
Yeah.
And I was just that is it's just the little touches.
Yeah. People who are making this game love the show and love the manga. So, and that's 100% why I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I had just heard about it a couple of weeks ago. I didn't even realize it. I was just at GameStop pre-ordering for Black Ops 4, and I look up and there's this box that has it on it, and I'm just wait, what the?
Can we talk about how rad that box art is too?
Yeah.
So it's cut right down in the middle, and the left-hand side is Izuku, and then the other side is Todoroki.
Oh,
fire!
dang.
That shit is so cool. Oh
it
my
is
god,
badass! I am so excited.
And
for
you're
that.
picking it up for PS4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm torn because I want to get it on Switch.
Ah.
I think that game would be really, really cool. But I'm hoping it doesn't have the dreaded Switch downgrade as much as possible.
I would imagine, though.
Well, I mean, visual department, yeah, you're going to see a lot, but, I want it to be just the game. I want it to be smooth and fluid and fun like it is on the PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And if it is, you're going to get my money for another copy on the PlayStation just because that's how I roll. I want that. So yeah, those 3 games are, dude. October's so big. It's such a huge.
October's gonna be wild.
And it's only in recent years where October is just bonkers. like big in terms of like entertainment and media. It's crazy.
Yeah, and like just like I was saying, I'm also excited for Black Ops 4. I've been playing all of the beta games, the multiplayer and the battle royale, which is actually really fun. We all sat and hung out and played the battle royale, and that was really awesome. Zombies is fucking off the chain this year.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's just like, holy shit. Like, they just completely reimagined the entire, like, zombie franchise.
So, my question to you is, because you're buying it day one, full price, right? So, you get multiplayer in all of its modes and whatever. And then you get zombies. And then you get Battle Royale. Is this enough to compensate for no single player?
To be determined. I was a real big fan of single player and campaigns.
Especially the Black Ops one.
Especially the Black Ops. Because the Black Ops series to me was like my favorite series. As far as stories, you know what I mean? Because I was really involved.
The numbers, Mason.
The numbers. Modern Warfare I wasn't too much of a fan of. World War II was okay. Like, it wasn't bad. But
I really like the Band of Brothers style that they had with World War II.
Yeah, World War II was a good game. Like, and the story behind it was good. Ghost can eat a dick. Ghost can eat a bag of dead dicks.
I thought Ghost had the coolest story.
No, dude. I mean, the story was okay. Like, I don't shit on the story. Multiplayer in that game was just ass.
I'm just pissed that they left the story where they did.
They have like literally no.
Give us more.
Yeah,
give me more.
It was kind of like they were just like, yeah, we'll just write it up to here and then be done with it.
So you know what my favorite campaign is in a Call of Duty game might surprise you. Infinite Warfare's.
Okay, so that sounded like a fucking Facebook article. It might surprise you.
What can I say? I like
that.
I'm
was
walking
clickbait. I feel like I'm being drawn into clickbait right now.
But I am surprised.
It intrigued you, didn't it? You clicked on it. Didn't
It did. I clicked on it and I was like, I gotta know.
What this man says about his favorite Call of Duty might surprise you.
And then there's like 55 pages of just storyline.
And then the final one is like, I don't like it.
You're trying to scroll down, but a car ad pops up, and you're just like...
So you just go to the comments, and somebody there is already the MVP and just decided to...
told you exactly, broken it down for you.
So have you guys all played that yet?
I've played Infinite Warfare, yeah.
I loved that campaign.
I loved it. That, like, once you got to the station, you could literally go on, like, quests. Like,
it was a hub,
different quests instead of just doing a linear thing. And then, of course, you've got, what's his name? Koch, played by Kit Harington.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
I felt like he was the most disappointing part of it.
Really?
Which is crazy, because I love him in Game of Thrones.
It was cool that he was in it, but yeah.
He was that year's celebrity, the year before, or no, it wasn't the year before, but remember when, what was his name, was in Advanced Warfare?
Kevin Spacey?
No. Cocksucker.
But that was him.
Kevin
Spacey out here grabbing men by the pussy.
Leave it in.
I'm gonna.
I hate that guy so
That's what
much,
he said.
dude. What a cop-out son of a bitch.
Just leave it in.
I hate, and which is crazy because I genuinely enjoyed his performance in that game.
You know what's funny is, so he had a movie recently come out. And it made $126 opening day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
$126.
I'm sure it's made money since.
I make more than that in a paycheck. Like, come on.
Yeah, dude. It bombed so hard.
That's like 2 days of work for me.
Yeah. I could have funded his movie. I wouldn't have done it, but I could have.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
fuck Kevin Spacey.
Fuck Kevin Spacey.
And it's a bummer because I did like him as an actor.
Yeah, me too.
He's just a fucking garbage human.
Dude, I thought he was an awesome Lex Luthor.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was a great Lex Luthor. I was like, oh, dude, you're just the right kind of evil for me.
But
turned
out to be a little too true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm also garbage in real life. So.
By the way, I touched a kid's dick once.
He didn't like it. We won't get into it.
It'll pain you to know this, but I touched a boy by his private parts.
I can't do Kevin Spacey.
I touched a boy by his private parts. That's my best Kevin Spacey.
It works.
I think it's better than any of the rest of us
Emmy.
could do.
Right?
Just take some of Kevin Spacey's awards and give them.
Right. Give me all of them.
Oh, where did you get that award? Well, it was Kevin Spacey. But...
I think I deserved it better.
Absolutely.
All right. So on to the news. Our first piece of news. PS4 finally gives in on crossplay.
Yay.
Yeah. Right. Woo.
Finally.
Right? Like after fucking years of badgering. For one game, right? Yeah. And, you know, but it's a step in the right direction. I think it's cool. I think that's awesome. Now, I think it opens the door to a lot of new game modes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there could be like a platform versus platform type of game, you know what I mean? Something like that.
I mean, they would be stupid not to do that because that would just be so enticing to so many people.
Yeah, right? Like cuz everybody wants to prove that their mode of gaming is like the master race.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
The big thing about this whole crossplay thing is that the way that I see it is that Fortnite is so fucking big in the world, it literally made Sony bend.
Yeah.
On their idea of crossplay.
It really did.
Like that should be enough to show you that Fortnite is this, I mean, if you didn't already know that Fortnite is just this gigantic thing that just does not stop. It just keeps going.
Yeah,
Did you guys happen to see the SNL skit about
Yeah.
Fortnite? Oh my god.
With Adam Driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you two, Derek and Eddie, and for anybody listening, just YouTube the new SNL skit for Fortnite. It's fucking hilarious. Like,
it is really good.
I cannot stand that game, and I enjoyed that skit.
So I mean, and I don't think it's necessarily that Fortnite is so big and so amazing that they knew they had to bow down to it. I think it was just the final straw. I think it was. I mean, ever since forever, people have been begging and begging and begging for it, and just beating them over the head, just berating them with it.
Well,
and I think finally they were like, oh, God damn, all right, fine.
The only problem that I have with your statement is that Xbox and Nintendo just barely did it too. Like they just barely caved. So it's like it's not like Sony's been the odd man out forever.
It's
like,
true, but
right.
but even then, like it's still been one of those things that has been requested.
And Sony has been the most
stubborn
against it.
Just stubborn.
You obstinate sons of bitches.
For me, like,
well, you know, hold on. Let us not forget that Sony was one of the first to play with PC.
Yeah,
with Street Fighter V.
That's right.
They were one of the only people, you know, one of the only companies that were allowing crossplay.
I swear at one point, people playing Rocket League on PlayStation could play with people on PC.
Yep, that too.
That was one of them, yeah.
So, I mean, it was there. It's just like... And for me...
PC's always been the one.
For me, it's like... I get a lot of people wanting it, but I don't really care. Like...
Yeah.
I don't care if I can play Call of Duty with somebody on Xbox. I honestly don't care.
You know, the way that I see this is that if I ever get into a game and there's no one to play with, I'm gonna be like genuinely outraged now because now I have three other consoles that should fill those empty player spots. So
and what Eddie and I were talking about before, as far as being able to set up, you know, games where it's one console versus the other, like that would be so amazing, and they better do that. I mean,
are you talking about like where you can do like a pre-lobby thing with like different consoles?
Yeah, like or just like have game modes.
Just like head-to-head game modes,
because
console versus
the way
console.
I see it now, it's like how are you going to do that unless you just randomly get into a lobby with like somebody on Xbox, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see that really working with Battle Royale, but everywhere else I could see.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. Like specified game modes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
because that would be so cool, and you know people are going to jump all over that.
Oh yeah.
Console Wars.
Exactly.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
There's a book named Console Wars. It's great.
But you know what I mean? Like and you wouldn't even have to call it PlayStation versus Xbox. You'd call it green versus blue. You know what I mean? Or, green versus white.
You could do red versus blue once the Switch gets in on this.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like that would be insane not to have a mode like that if it's possible. Like, that would just be such a missed opportunity.
Fan those flames.
That server distribution would probably be the only, like...
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing, is we're four ignorant dudes that have no
Yeah,
idea how any of this shit works. So it's like, we can,
speculate.
pound our fists on the table
this is
and
how
say...
I see it.
Yeah,
Which is why I said, if possible, because, I mean...
Yeah, of course.
Fuck if I know.
That's what I'm. That's just where I'm coming from. Is like we don't really.
Someone
even
at
know.
Sony's listening to us, you ignorant fools.
Right? Just shaking their heads like, you don't know what the
if
fuck
someone
you're
from
talking
Sony is
about.
Dumb
listening
sons
to
of
us,
bitches.
throw some swag our way.
Yeah.
Like maybe sponsor us something.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, and
If you're wondering what to
We
get
are
me for
all for
Christmas,
handouts.
Sony, I wear a PlayStation Pro.
I'm a size PlayStation Pro. Kingdom Hearts Edition.
That's so funny. I am also a size PlayStation Pro.
Oh, no
Like,
way.
That's so weird.
What?
That is so weird. I mean, I prefer the Spider-Man edition,
I
but
bet you prefer the Spider-Man.
You're goddamn right.
Oh my god, that game.
I love the
fucking-
Spider-Man.
I got so tired waiting for DLC, I just restarted a new game. And I'm streaming it, by the way, so,
check it out.
twitch.tv/nerdcorp podcast. I had to add that extra.
Because there are the two P's.
Yes.
There's a PP.
Speaking of streaming, I don't know if anybody listening
We're such...
to us watches... I'll wait.
Yeah, dude,
Can we not fucking have fun here?
That took me right back to 9th grade. Teacher going, no, I'll wait. I'll wait.
The Miz. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Did you say The Miz?
Yeah. He
Is that
says
what he
that
does?
all the time
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah. It's one of his more recent things.
But if anybody listening watches my stream, I figure that from starting tomorrow throughout the whole month, I'm gonna try and do like a horror theme, like horror related game.
I love
for my
horrors.
streamings. Yeah, like I have this game called Deep Space Waifu that.
Yes!
No,
Dude,
but, like,
I might just download all my old horror games
Yeah,
and
like-
take a page out of your book.
Yeah, dude, like Dead by Daylight's perfect. I saw that you've been playing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I have.
you can't not do that on fucking
Yeah.
October, on the month of Halloween month.
I'm probably gonna re-download Outlast on my PC and play that.
Ooh, nice.
God, I hate those games. The first Outlast was great. It was a ton of fun. That second game gave me such bad anxiety. I had to stop
really?
playing. I had to stop playing the game
Because you're out. Most of the time, you're outside in like a fucking cornfield.
That game
and there's
is so
dudes like
horrifying.
walking around with like sickles, and you're like hiding in a barrel, just like oh fuck.
Horror is subjective.
Yeah.
Not what scares me, not necessarily what scare you, but holy God, that game just I've never put down a game because it was too scary.
Yeah.
And it had, I don't know, like I could chalk it up to like there's some seriously crazy themes in that game that like kind of hit a little close to home. So, and at the time I was like, okay, I'm putting this down because something recently happened and I don't really want to live through that again.
Yeah.
But
And I feel like there are games, like I don't know what game I was reading, but that, or I think it was a movie. I don't know what movie I saw, but there was a
Well,
movie.
you don't read movies, dummy.
Yeah.
There's no words in movies.
yeah, I gotta tell this fucking story. Dude.
It's okay. I'll just go fuck myself. It's fine.
No.
You can't say "oh wait," that's already been used.
Yeah.
I want to hear this though, whatever this is.
Oh fuck, dude! I can't remember the name of the movie. Continue on. I gotta think of the movie.
So I don't know what movie it was, but there's a movie that even in the music, it's meant to scare the shit out of you. Like, if you listen to something at a certain decibel level, it's meant to create anxiety.
Yeah.
So, like, this movie took that into account and, like, made all these, like, low resonating sounds in their music
Yeah.
that will cause anxiety for you.
Speaking of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like I guess unorthodox like scary movies and video games. Did any of you guys watch The Quiet Place?
Yeah, I loved that movie.
Actually, I did not.
Holy shit!
I feel like that. So where did you see it?
Well, so the thing is, I Redboxed it, which I knew because I didn't get the chance to see it in theaters. But when I watched it, I had my Turtle Beaches on all the way up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Holy hell! I can't believe I didn't even think of that.
I feel like I got like a better experience watching it than I would have in the theater.
So
almost.
Me and Angela went to go see that movie in the theaters, and that has got to be like one of the most unique theater experiences I've ever had. Because so you two haven't seen that movie?
No.
That movie has a gimmick. It has like something. It has a rule that you have to follow. You cannot make a single noise. You cannot. You can't
unless you're in an area that a noise is already being made. Like there's a scene where John Krasinski and his son like go down to the river and there's a waterfall, so they can like start talking because they
can have a normal voice conversation like what we're having right now. They can't yell, so or be anything louder than what we're talking like right now. So. But the thing is that this movie, that gimmick is implemented so well in that movie that it affects the audience.
Oh, wow.
Like, dude, so...
Cole, you would die.
I would literally die. I'd be the first to go. What are you trying to say, motherfucker?
Is that you're fucking loud?
You're a loud ass.
So...
They'd hear you over the waterfall.
I know.
There's one thing that you should know about me in movies. I love popcorn. I will eat an entire tub of popcorn. Angela gets mad at me because it's usually like more than halfway gone before her hand even goes in the popcorn.
Dude, I'll eat half the bucket like during the previews. Like,
Right, exactly.
It's insane, dude. Especially if you get like that perfect amount of butter. Oh shit, dude.
I'm a nacho guy at movies.
Oh yeah,
We
love
We
nachos.
sound so fucking fat right now.
Yeah.
I am really fucking
I am.
fat.
I'm pretty fat too.
So and dude, I'll shovel it in. I don't care. And so, and I noticed I was chewing too loud in this movie because everyone was dead silent.
When I watched it at home, like, cause I was like, I'll get next to the theater experience. Like, I got the Blu-ray, got home, plugged in my headset, and like, I don't think I didn't like move during the movie. Like I was dead still.
You don't want to.
I didn't pause it to get up to go to the bathroom. Like I didn't do anything during this movie.
Well, like there's a moment where it's like you notice you're breathing because it's so quiet in there, and it's definitely one of the most unique movies I've ever seen, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't know how that would work in like an environment where that's not a movie you can invite people over unless you're like, yo, shut up, like
We've got to lay down some ground rules.
I don't know, that movie is
Direct you to my chart.
That movie's really cool. You guys should check it out.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's rough. Really, it's like the first 20 minutes are like heartbreaking.
You gotta watch it though. Like you gotta
like
headphones
dedicate.
On. Like, it's a must.
That's awesome. That is way cool. The entire month of October, we're going to be doing scary themed shows, the cult classic movies, horror video games. The only things that probably won't be there is that won't be like horror themed would be our wrestling reviews.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I'm already like excited for Resident Evil, like a Resident Evil show.
dude.
Oh yeah.
I can't
So
wait.
excited.
Anyways, Outlast is the only game where I had to put down because it was too scary.
That's all.
And then I picked it back up, and I was severely disappointed by the ending. I did not like the ending to that game at all.
The first or second one?
The first one, well, both of them have really kind of shitty endings.
Yeah, I didn't finish 2, but I know what you mean. I have got one in the comics world. I'm sure you guys have heard about this, but if you haven't, Deadpool is getting a PG-13 version released on December 22nd. Although it's currently
I have not
listed
heard of
as
that.
Untitled Deadpool movie.
What?
Yeah.
No, I have not heard of this.
That eliminates the entire point.
Yeah. And then in other like news that saddens me is Alita Battle Angel is getting pushed back. Have you seen previews for that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie looks phenomenal. It's going from
Based on
it's
an
not
anime.
very far it was going to come out on December 21st, but they're pushing it to February 14th. So take your loved ones.
Yeah.
And Channing Tatum's Gambit gets pushed from June 2019 to March 2020.
What?
And you know, another interesting piece of news for that, they're making it a rom-com.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
Also,
Yeah, they are.
Dark Phoenix has also been delayed.
Yeah.
Doesn't say, but
They can take all the time we need. Have you guys seen the trailer to that?
Yeah.
Holy
Oh, yeah.
shit.
So, I mean, I was kind of like... The trailer was kind of weird for me because they kept flashing back to, like, the previous Phoenix movies.
Yeah.
Or, well, I mean, the previous X-Men movies.
Yeah.
But I just kind of didn't like that. I was like, can we just have a trailer for your new movie, please?
Yeah.
I mean, with this, I mean, it's...
like, I guess it's more of a teaser.
I'm still gonna go see this,
but
because it's fucking Deadpool. Like, I'm also like super curious.
Yeah.
It'll be like watching it like edited for TV.
That will be kind of fun, like to just watch that
Just
and
to
laugh
see
at
like
how
why it's like how it's changed.
It'll be watching like the made for TV like
movie.
It'll be like watching The Good Place when anytime they swear, like holy forking shirt balls.
Well, I mean, they'll be able to say fuck once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
They'll like save it to the end of the movie.
yeah.
Fuck. And
Yeah.
then it'll just roll credits.
I'm sure they'll make a joke about it. You know what I mean? Well, since this is a PG-13 movie, I can say it one time, so fuck.
yeah.
But like,
I can say fuck one time. Oh crap! I just used it.
yeah. The thing about Gambit being a romantic comedy, one rubs me the wrong way, but doesn't at the same time, because if you look at it, Deadpool was kind of a romantic
So it
comedy.
rubs you the wrong way and the right way.
Yeah, it's kind of
I love being rubbed the right way.
Sounds like a hand job.
from someone who's inexperienced. It still kind of feels
like
good, but you don't know if you'd want one again.
Or like they'll hit a stride of good and then like go back to.
And it just turns into a tug job.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, what?
It doesn't come off.
It's not a chainsaw. You're not trying to start it here. Like, just calm down.
It's not a joystick. You can't just move it around however you want. But
I bet you're really bad at
Well.
Street Fighter.
That's subjective.
Or really good at Street Fighter because button mashers are.
anyway, so I mean, if we're looking at it from Deadpool's standpoint, Deadpool in essence is a romantic comedy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
it
mean?
worked.
And it worked.
That's the thing is
Both
it worked.
movies were.
Yeah, and so I'm not sure if that'll be like it all really depends. If they use the Deadpool formula, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Because Channing Tatum can do that shit. All bullshit aside, Channing Tatum's a pretty good actor.
He loves Channing Tatum.
You know what solidified Channing Tatum's like acting to me was Magic Mike.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that first Magic Mike movie is really good.
For me, it was 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. That was his comedic side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and not only that, like that movie is so cool, like how it has so many little like
Nuances.
nods and stuff to the TV show.
Or
So cool.
didn't really have a huge part in it, but The Hateful Eight
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
when he
yeah,
was Billy the Kid.
Perfect.
popped up out of nowhere at the end and shot Samuel Jackson in the nuts.
Yeah,
I was like, was that Channing Tatum? I was like, what? Because you see his name like in the credits, and then like 2.5 hours of the movie goes by. You're just like,
That would have been.
Wait, was he Billy the Kid or Pretty Boy?
That would have
Billy the
been
Kid.
amazing if Samuel L. Jackson's character gets shot and then goes, "Oh, was that Channing Tatum?"
yeah.
Motherfucker.
PlayStation Experience not happening this year.
Skipping it.
Really?
Yeah, they're not doing it this year, which I'm kind of glad because they don't really have anything to show. So why have a show?
They
you know?
already
Yeah, they
busted
showed it all
everything
at-
out
Well, we
at
are-
E3.
yeah.
we already blew our
Interestingly
load.
enough, though. Yeah, exactly. Interesting enough, though, Xbox is having one this year.
Really?
Yes. God knows what's going to be there, but they're having one. So, I don't know. I'm kind of happy about it just because it's like, yeah, if you don't have anything to show, then don't show it. But I'm also kind of bummed because that kind of really shits on my theory of them announcing the release date of The Last of Us Part 2, which I thought that was a given. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like they've been like, hey, you know, May of next year, it's out.
And that's probably where it's going to be. I think it's going to be second quarter of next year.
It's gonna land right smack dab in the middle of the year. I would be genuinely surprised if we did not see that game next year.
Yeah, if we saw it first quarter of next year, I would fucking flip shit.
I don't know if I would want to wait.
Fuck Red Dead.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
it comes to The Last of Us Part 2,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
say.
Oh yeah.
Like, that game is... that's one game where I'm like, I have a hard time maintaining my hype level because it not only will it blow you away, but it will just completely exceed all of your expectations.
Yeah, I've bought that game maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
Like the first time it came out, and then when they remastered it, and then when they did like that complete edition, I had them all.
My friend James, shout out to James Sandoval, he let me borrow his I can't remember what I think I had the Xbox at the time, and he like was pushing so hard for me to play this game. He straight up let me borrow his entire PlayStation 3 with The Last of Us, with like at the time the top of the line Sony headphones. And
Oh,
he was
dude, I
like,
had those.
He
Those
was
were
like, sit
bomb.
down, play this game. And I did, and I played through it in like 3 days, just non-stop.
Yeah.
Sound all the way up, and I was like, what was this game you just let me borrow? He's like, that's what The Last of Us is. And I was like, holy fuck. And then it came out on PS4, pre-ordered it that, like, release day. I was at work, I had my roommate, I was like, I've already called them, I've already told them you can come pick it up, just go get it for me. It's already paid for. Like, I was not gonna not come home and play that game.
Jeez.
That game is amazing. Like that, it's nothing short of amazing. Like there's nothing that I've ever had any kind of.
I listen to that soundtrack all the time.
Right. Like my alarm tone is Ellie playing that one song.
Yeah.
You know, and
Through the Valley.
Yeah, Through the Valley.
So, I mean, like, I have a heavy emotional attachment to that game. Like, not just because it is a really good fucking game, but, like, I mean, that opening scene, like that shit doesn't get more personal for me having a daughter and
not being able to see her.
Me not having a daughter, that game is one of 3 games in existence that has made me like tear up.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
same.
I straight up ugly cried like a motherfucker. Like, it was rough as shit.
I mean, I cried.
never
I
gets
just
easier.
did the cry where like you're just sitting there and you can just feel it like coming down your face, but you're not like you're just like,
that
and it
single...
just you blink and it just like you don't make noise. You're just like
I feel that a lot lately, where it accumulates in your
wells
eye,
up and then you blink.
then
and
as soon as you blink, it just all comes out.
Yeah.
So excited for
That, like, I know I come off as a little bit of a Sony pony, but
You're wearing a Sony shirt right now.
Yeah. For those of you that can't see, Cole's wearing
Cole's over here.
a black shirt with the PS emblem from the very first PlayStation.
with some sort of Japanese font.
Yeah. It's
Some Japanese gobbledygook.
it's called kanji, you uncultured swine. No, and the thing is, what I'm trying to get at is that there are video games before The Last of Us, and there are video games after The Last of Us. The Last of Us is all over story-driven video games.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. So, did you see the teaser for... the new teaser for Daredevil?
Yes.
Wilson Fisk is back.
Dude, yeah. If you guys haven't seen it, it's Wilson Fisk, and he's wearing the iconic white suit that the Kingpin wears. And I am just so excited because Vincent D'Onofrio...
Yeah, I amazing.
Yeah, Vincent
I
D'Onofrio has been the best
everything.
Kingpin.
Well, I don't really watch, all those NCIS type shows, like all that shit. But Vincent D'Onofrio was in one of them. I don't recall which one it was, but I watched the shit out of it. And I don't like those shows typically, but
Yeah.
with him in it, dude, it was so fucking great, just to watch it. He's such a great actor.
He really is.
There isn't really like a film adaptation Kingpin, except for the one in the animated Spider-Man series.
No,
there's
there's
Michael Clark
Daredevil.
Duncan.
Yeah, Daredevil.
Oh, that's right. That's
Michael
right.
Clark Duncan in Ben Affleck's.
That's right. I forgot about. I think we all forgot about that movie.
Yeah, Banana Fleck.
Well, Yeah, we all
Did you say banana fleck?
banana fleck. Yes.
Yeah, like if you listen, like it's like if you say his name all together, Ben Affleck, Banana Fleck, you never unhear it.
That's kind of I have.
But then you'll start calling him Banan Fleck. What? Like you'll
that's why you have to say it
trip
fast.
yourself up.
Banana
I
Fleck.
kind of have a similar naming convention with this new phone that I just bought. It's called the 10S Max, but I call it the Tennis Max.
Tennis Max.
What do you think about Dave Bautista coming back to the WWE for SmackDown 1000?
Oh, dude! Not only
ready for it.
Not only is Batista coming back, him, Triple H, Randy Orton, and Ric Flair are all forming Evolution again.
What?
Yeah, dude, they're forming Evolution for SmackDown 1000.
Wow!
I am stoked for that.
That is interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see The Rock.
Yeah.
Because SmackDown is The Rock's show.
That was his shit.
You know what I mean? Like that, they named it SmackDown. You know, because
that's what he does.
Yeah, I'll lay the SmackDown on all your candy asses.
Checking people into the SmackDown hotel.
That's right. That's right.
Candy asses.
Jabronis.
Yep. Bunch of jabronis.
If you guys didn't hear last week's podcast, we talked about Crown Jewel and further we're just getting further and further into the confirmation that DX versus the Brothers of Destruction is going to happen.
Although when I watched was it last Raw when they talked about it, when they announced it? I think it was the last one, but basically where it's like they were saying they were gonna, like, Undertaker was gonna have Kane in his corner and Triple H was gonna have Shawn Michaels in his corner.
Yeah,
I really hope that's not like they just sit in the corner and hang out type of thing.
Well,
like,
no,
I hope it's gonna be like a
melee,
Oh yeah.
thing. And like I said last week, I better see Kane in his full '90s attire. Like
yeah,
long hair and everything. Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels better be in like his heartbreak kid.
Yeah, dude. Like I think that'll be way cool. Like honestly, and I think and that's the thing is that early word. I think it was from Steve Meltzer. I could be wrong. But he said that when Shawn Michaels comes back, it won't be for just that match.
Oh.
Speculation is that he'll get involved in the Triple H Undertaker match, and it'll be the Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And that, that just,
Clutch my pearls.
Like, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of going into an era again where they're bringing back all of the old stars and carting them out for a while.
Yeah.
Like because they'll do that. They'll go through that whole thing, and then after a while, it'll just be like them kind of pushing the younger talent.
Yeah.
And then they'll go back to let's get these old guys back here that everybody
They've rested
knows.
long enough.
Yeah. And, I mean, last time Shawn Michaels was on Raw, like a few weeks back, he looked great.
Yeah.
He looked amazing when he did his signature muscle pose.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he looked jacked. I was just like, yes, man. Like, 8 years, you've had enough time to kick back, man.
Yeah.
And, in other wrestling news, Liv Morgan got a concussion.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's brutal. I watched the video.
Yeah.
She got a fuck cushion.
Yeah. Last week, it was Absolution, which is Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan, versus the Bellas and Natalya. And Brie Bella was in there with Liv Morgan, and she was doing Daniel Bryan's yes kicks. And Liv Morgan leaned in a little too forward, and Brie's kicks were pretty high, and she took two straight to the face. Just boom, boom. And after the second one, she just goes limp and hits the mat, like, face first. And they're like, Brie immediately sees it, picks her up, and is just talking to her, like, hey, let's get you to the corner, And they tried to make it look like Liv charged her into the corner. She took one step and just went limp again. And so she pretty much just, like, dragged her to the corner and had Ruby Riott tag her in. And, like, they went off to the side and were just looking for her. So hopefully that doesn't fuck up her chances at evolution.
I would be very sad.
I would be hella sad for her if she couldn't do evolution, because she got a concussion, so she could either be out for a week or out for the rest of the month.
She could be like straight fucked up.
And so we're hoping, I don't know, but evolution's going to be nuts.
Oh yeah.
The women's tag titles will be introduced there.
Oh yeah, I'm so stoked about that. I think that's going to be awesome. So I guess we probably ought to mention the whole Bowsette phenomenon.
Oh yeah. Bowsette just kind of came.
Bowsette fine as fuck, bro.
Yeah, dude, Bowsette's all over.
Can we talk about the greatest meme that has graced our lives ever?
Which one?
The moth.
Oh my god, what is up
God
with that
damn it.
shit, dude?
What is...
Thank you, brother. I love it so much.
I'm so sick of it.
They're so funny, dude.
Nothing's gonna top Bongo Cat though.
I did see one that made me laugh.
Yeah.
And it was that scene from Aladdin where he's holding onto the cliff. And he's like, give me your hand. I can't hold on. He's like, first give me the lamp. And I'm just like, okay, that one was funny. But all the other ones are kind of just weird.
Oh, God.
I don't know if it's because I just don't like moth faces.
God bless the internet.
I don't know.
So people were thinking that for the Captain Marvel movie, Jude Law's character was going to be the original Marvel.
Oh, okay.
That was teaching her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Nerdist News is vehemently against that. And they're like, nope, you're all wrong. And here's who he's going to be. So the character that they're claiming it is going to be, because of course they do add the caveat that we don't know this, this is just our guess, but they're saying that it's this rival of Marvel's who has trained the new Captain Marvel, yada yada yada.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
It's gone now. It's like a weird static.
Did you see, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's the dumbest fucking article that I've ever read, and it was by Vice, like, go figure, about how casting Nagini's, like, form in Fantastic Beasts as an Asian is wrong. I'm like, she's been a snake, like, up until now. How is this, like, it's a fictional character. Like,
I still need to watch all of those movies.
Which one?
Wait,
Harry Potter?
what?
Or?
Yeah, I've
You've never seen a Harry Potter?
I've seen bits and pieces of them.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a full Harry Potter movie all the way through.
They're worth your time. I think they're worth your time.
Very much.
I'm not gonna sit here and like, you need to watch it, but
Yessie yelled at me when she figured it out. She's like, no, I thought you would sit there and watch it. I was like, no, I'd like get up and go play video games, or I'd like fall asleep or whatever. Like, it took me years to watch Lord of the Rings. Because I'd watch them, and I'd like fall asleep during the middle of them. So like, from then on, I had to like pick up where I left off in order to watch the whole one. So last piece of news, there was another video leaked of the Joker, of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and he's in a telephone booth, and he's like breaking down, crying and stuff. It's cool to see, but I feel like they're giving too much of the movie away now. You know what I mean? Like with these paparazzi videos and like all these crazy things. I'm sure the director's pissed, dude. Like, I love seeing it.
I mean, I would be upset.
Yeah.
I'd be upset if my work was getting leaked, but I don't really know, though. Is there, like, because I haven't seen the video. Is there, like, their dialogue?
There's no dialogue. It's just him.
At this
was
point,
just like
it
that
would be
video.
alright.
It's like that video of the clown school.
Okay. You know what? I feel like the bar has been set with showing too much in your movie is when one of the trailers came out for Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, and it shows fucking Doomsday. I was like, why? Why did you show... And, like, didn't they show Wonder Woman, too?
Yeah.
Like, why? Those are, like, bombshell moments that would be cool for fans to, like, be surprised about.
And even then, that movie sucked.
So many people don't want to be surprised.
Martha! What'd you say? Martha.
Somebody said something.
That whole section of, I think, storytelling, I don't know. It was garbage, whatever it was. But that whole little scene, that little bit of events, like, reminds me straight up of Step Brothers. That's all it is to me. Did we just become best friends? Yup. You want to go do karate in the garage? Yup. Like, it's.
I was actually thinking about that the other day, and it's like I can, like, yeah, it was really weird to put that in there, but at the same time, it's like I was actually like legitimately thinking about this, where, you know, and in this timeline, I don't know, like, because obviously he's dealing, like, his parents, or he's always thinking about that, and I feel like it's like him being able to save Martha, you know, like, if I can save this Martha, then I'll feel a lot better about, like, not being able to save my mom or whatever. So I feel like that is kind of where they're going with it, but at the same time, it's just like the way that it was put in there.
They wrote it the laziest way possible.
For that to be the climax into the third act, like, I think it was just...
Oh, yeah, because, like, wait, so we've got two characters trying to murder each other. How do we resolve that? Like, there's no... You know what?
What if they both have the same mom's name?
You know what?
Genius.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fucking script sucks.
There's nothing there.
There's no words on it.
Which in that case, but yeah, I think it was
just garbage storytelling.
It really was.
Like, it was. Like, I feel like a kid in a high school creative writing class could have done better.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking hyped for that movie.
Me too.
Like, my all-time favorite comic book rivalry, like, finally hitting the big screen. And not only that, they were using the template from Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Batman.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, fucking let's do this, you know? Yeah. And then that happens. And I was, like, I thought it was kind of, like, small redeeming factor that because in Death of Superman, the book, like, Doomsday beats Superman so hard and so fast that he can't regenerate and just beats him to death literally. But I think in this one, I thought it was kind of redeeming that Doomsday killed Superman, like how it happened, but not in the same exact way.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see how they transitioned from Superman dying into him all of a sudden he's back with a mustache in the Justice League.
Yeah.
Like, where did he come from?
Yeah, how did he...
Like, I wanted to see, like, his hand shoot out from the ground, just like...
something.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think they would go... I assume...
They might as well have. I thought it would have made the movie a lot better.
Yeah.
Dude, they should have just, like, even half-assed it, just put, like, a solar panel in his grave.
Like, they bury him in, like, instead of a coffin, it's like a tanning booth. Like,
yeah. Just plugged in constantly.
Stupid. But I'm still excited for the Joker, even with all this shit leaking.
Yeah.
I think if we can transfer that into the DC extended universe, that we can have something really good on our hands.
DC doesn't have the best track record. Like, I've got mediocre hopes for Aquaman, and I'm just waiting for something that they can put out that was as good as Wonder Woman. Like, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting for it.
We'll hope. Anyway, that wraps us up. Thank you so much for listening. Catch us next week when we kick off our horror month. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at The Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at Nerd Corp Podcast.
Or you can email us at nerdcorppodcast@gmail.com.
And for those of you trying to keep up on all the cool nerd shit, you can subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/nerdcorp podcast. Several tiers of loot to be had, from ringtones and giveaways to loot and bonus content. We actually have our guest having to speak. Since this was a news episode, we've got our very own Bill O'Reilly here to play us out.
Play us out. What does that mean, to play us out?
To play us out. It's the end of our show if you want to play us out.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean?
Yeah, Bill, just read what it says on the teleprompter.
Yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
No, I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's on the teleprompter.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
No, Bill.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Just read it.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay, I mean we can do it live. I mean,
Fucking thing sucks.
all right. Well, thanks to Bill O'Reilly. I guess we're having some technical difficulties. Tune in next week when we'll figure out if Bill O'Reilly can get this done. For the Nerd Corporation, my name is Eddie Lyon.
I'm Derek Reese.
I'm Nick Lewis.
And I'm Cole Simper.
Have a good one, guys.